guys, today we're going to be talking about the activities that you can do on Ovation of the Seas.
If you guys don't know, Ovation of the Seas travels to Alaska, and so what I want to talk to you about is basically Ovation of the Seas on the ship, what you can do headed to Alaska. Because with kids, you never know. I mean, when you're in cold weather, obviously you want to make sure that they also have stuff on the ship to do. So I'll give you guys a brief overview of all the things you can do. All right, Ainsley, so name some of the best favorite things that you did as an 11-year-old.
Swimming, rock climbing, and bumper cars.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and talk about all of that and all the other activities that kids can do on the ship. This video is going to be geared more towards like little kids on the ship. We have kids between the ages of 5 and 11, so they're like 5, 7, 10, and 11 that we took to Alaska on Ovation of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. So what I wanted to make sure that you guys had is basically an understanding of all the activities that were available. So Izzy, what cities did we do the excursions in?
Ketchikan, Skagway, and Juneau.
And what was the city in Canada? Victoria. Alright, so let's focus on the ship. So I have a list here of all the things that we did, and we'll talk about each of them in detail, and I'll show you guys some videos of all the things that our kids could do and whether or not we would recommend them for kids her age. How old are you, Ainsley?
11.
And then little kids who are around like 5 and 7. Alright, so first off, we're going to talk about the arcade. The arcade costs money. Ainsley,
Yeah.
what did you think about the arcade?
We didn't do it, but it had like a lot of games and stuff.
I just don't know why anyone would go to an arcade on a cruise ship. But I also don't understand casinos in cruise ships and also Bible study on a cruise in the casino. Let's talk about bumper cars. So bumper cars was the first activity that we actually went on.
Bumper cars was the first thing that we did on the ship, and it started at 2:30, so if you want to be like the first in line and not wait very long.
It was on one of the top floors, and basically that area, that surface area turns into a workout court, bumper cars, roller skating,
Basketball,
pickleball. What else was there? There was a lot going on there. And so Seaplex actually had places where you could like sign up for certain things, and with bumper cars you didn't have to sign up, but the line does get pretty long if you come within like an hour of basically bumper cars being over. What are we doing right now, Ainsley?
We are going on bumper cars, yeah.
How many times have you done this already?
Once. And
Are you
it's
any good?
day 4. Not really, because I have to sit on the edge of my seat to reach the pedal, but I can do it.
Alright, just wanted to hop in here as I'm editing this. So in order to do bumper cars, you have to be 5 years old to ride and 8-year-olds to drive. And so my little boy, I think he's 7, he was trying to ride and his feet wouldn't hit the pedal, so just FYI there, they ended up switching. And then my 11-year-old, I mean, she had to sit at the edge of her seat. And I'm going to tell you this, bumper cars is pretty aggressive. Like when the car hits, if you have like neck problems or back problems, I would not recommend this, because these bumper cars, like unlike amusement parks where they're kind of softer, these actually are pretty aggressive. So just FYI. And there are people that bump. I mean, there's teenagers on there that bump, and so it is bumper cars, and so be prepared to be bumped really hard, but overall it's pretty fun. Kids had a blast with it. It didn't, like, the lines went really, really fast, and so you don't have to wait more than like I think 6 turns in order to have a ride when they have it open. But if you want to do it the first day, 2:30 when you get on the ship, that's when the lines start piling up, so FYI. Alright, so let's talk about FlowRider.
Oh, that was so fun. For FlowRider, there's, at the minimum age, you have to be 6 years old, and you have to be 52 inches.
Yeah, what'd you think of FlowRider?
It was really fun.
So she actually went the last day because she was kind of chicken before the very last day. And then when she did the last day, what'd you think?
It was really fun. I made it to my knees.
Yes, and she only did it twice. Like literally they give you like a try and then another try during your try basically. And then she was able to get on her knees. And do you wish you would have started sooner?
Yeah.
So you actually have to get reservations for this, so make sure that you get reservations, and it's called Boogie Board, and so if you want to do that, go ahead and ensure that when you get on the ship, you actually sign up for a slot.
For the surfboard, you have to be advanced. You have to like take a test or something.
Oh, the surfboard? Yeah, so on the surfboard, like that's you like actually standing on it and passing like the boogie board and all that in order to do like the FlowRider where you're riding the surfboard versus getting on your knees, which I'll show you guys a video of. So what did you think about iFly?
I've done iFly in Kansas City before, and it was really fun. This one was a lot smaller, but it was fun. And since you're in Alaska, it might be a little bit cold,
So if you are a spectator, I would recommend bringing like a jacket or something to watch everybody, because the kids that go on, and mind you, my 5-year-old actually went on. It was like super cute. My 7-year-old did as well, and so they have to watch a video and they have to make sure that they understand like what the fingers all mean basically. And so she was able to kill it basically, and it was really, really awesome. And they offer basically free iFly during like days where like there are port days, but then you have to pay a fee if it's on a day where, you know, it's a sea day and everyone wants to do it. And so just make sure that you're aware of that and you're able to sign up for the complimentary ones if you want to save money. So Ainsley, like, what did you think about like the experience overall?
It was really fun. So the training was really fun. They give you like a whole entire video and you have to sit in this room. And also the trainer was like good too. He gave a whole speech about himself, and then the experience was just like memorable. Like you could just remember, like, you could say, hey, I've done iFly on a cruise ship.
Yeah, so we did a whole video on that, so go ahead and check that out. I'll link in one of the cards above just so that you guys can see the entire experience from beginning to end. And I'm just telling you, my 5-year-old had a freaking blast. Okay, so let's talk about NorthStar for a second. NorthStar is like this arm that goes above the ship. I would recommend it if you are going to the glaciers. If you stop at like Endicott Arm or Dawes Glacier, I would highly recommend paying the money to go up there if you have the money. We didn't do any of the NorthStar at all, even on the complimentary ones, just because I just didn't feel like looking over an ocean. But I think that it would be worth it if you could afford doing it above Dawes and Endicott Arm, and that would be one that I would recommend booking once you get on the ship.
Wait, why didn't we do it?
Because I didn't want to spend the money.
Oh.
Oh, and the glacier, how much did it cost, Ainsley?
$100.
$100 on the NorthStar per person.
Yeah.
Per person, so that's pretty pricey. All right, let's talk about ping pong in the Seaplex.
Ping pong was fun, kind of.
And they also have like an Xbox area, so it's all in the Seaplex. So you got like the floor, and then above you got Xbox, ping pong, and then just some lounge chairs that you can hang out at. Okay, so what did you think about roller skating?
Roller skating was fun. It kind of scared me because when we were on the elevator, this girl was like, "Did you hear? A girl broke her arm." And I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I took the chances and I did it. And I'm not a pro at roller skating, but I managed to walk, I guess.
Yeah, so they give you a helmet, knee pads, elbow pads, and then obviously the skates. And make sure you sign up for that. And then also, if you are signing up, if your kid is under 14 years and under, like they have to be there with a parent. So just FYI on that piece of it. Let's talk about the running track. The running track is outside. Obviously, like when you're in Alaska, it's kind of rainy, right, Ainsley?
Yeah.
The floor is kind of rainy, but I think they make it so it's not as slick. But I'll go ahead and show you guys a video of how big or how long it is. I didn't run there. I actually went to the fitness center and worked out, which was really, really awesome of me, pretty much every other day when we were on the ship. So that was great. But if you wanted to run around the ship, I saw a lot of people doing that, and there are definitely a lot of people that aren't paying attention to which way they should be walking. But if you want to do that, running track is available. Okay, Ainsley, what did you think about rock climbing?
Rock climbing was fun. It wasn't open for like the first 4 or 5 days of the ship because it was raining. But somehow the running track was open, which like didn't make sense. But yeah, so I missed out on it for like the first 5 days, and I was looking forward to it because I had it on the schedule. And then when it was time, we went up there, and it wasn't even open.
But you were able to do it.
Yeah,
right?
I was able to do it, and yeah, it was really fun.
And what about Dad? What happened with Dad?
Oh, he did it.
He did it, and what did he do?
I don't know.
He won the.
He won the men's climbing up to the top. He got like 22 seconds, right?
Yeah, 22 seconds. So see if you can beat that, especially if you're a female, beat the 22-second record. I know I can only make it halfway, but it's pretty awesome. And generally the line's really long, especially on a sea day. So just be aware of that.
So there was in the morning there was like dance, fitness / yoga, and it's basically where an instructor is like teaching you to work out, but like in dance moves. So like you have to.
It's her first dance workout she's ever been. What'd you think?
It was interesting.
It was Zumba, and it was really, really cute and really, really fun. Let's talk about the Bionic bar. I know it's not an activity, but it's a thing that you can do with kids, kind of. What'd you get, Ainsley?
No.
The Bionic bar?
I didn't get it. Aubrey did.
Oh, what did she get?
She got this candy thing.
Yeah, so you can get non-alcoholic drinks at the Bionic bar, and the drinks are pretty reasonable. They're around $9, especially with the non-alcoholic drinks as well. They were a little bit cheaper than the alcoholic drinks, but overall, it was a blast just watching it. And generally, you can find days where it's not as busy, so go later during the itinerary so that you're not having to wait in line for your drink. Let's talk about the silent dance party.
Oh, that was really fun. There's like a lot of people there, but it's still really fun. You want to make sure that you get good. Well, it's really busy because there's like 2 stages.
So what I would recommend is getting there kind of early so that you can have the headset, or near the end of the silent dance party, because the first silent dance party, I think we were able to get in there even though we got there pretty late. And then when we did the second one with the entire family, because it was just Ainsley and I with the first one because everyone was asleep, and then with the second one when the family was there, then there were a ton of people, and then we saw that the headsets were basically running out, and so just make sure that you get there on time. But what's really cool about the silent dance party is that there's 2 DJs, and they're basically battling. And Ainsley, how did you know like who was listening to what?
So you could take off your headphones, and there'd be people like mumbling, but then there was some people like singing at the top of their lungs, and me and Mom found it like super funny.
Yeah, so they have like little channels on the headsets, and so you could see like the headsets on the DJs, what color they were. So it's either green or blue, and so your headset would be green or blue based on which DJ was playing, and so they're kind of battling it out. And so you'll see people doing some electric slide, some people like sing to another like modern pop song, and then someone doing a YMCA, and it's pretty hysterical. Our kids had a blast. There is a silent dance party that is, or they call it silent hush party, I think, and it's for family, so it's family friendly. And then there's one that's like not as family friendly. It's normally like later at night around 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we went to both,
And both were fun. Let's talk about the shows. So we actually stopped into the show, the dream show. It's about this guy who falls asleep and has these dreams. Ainsley, what did you think about it?
Oh, the one like at the Royal Theater?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was, well, I didn't really understand the story, but I watched it.
I mean,
The songs are cool.
the songs are cool, and we'll just leave it at that. Okay, what'd you think about Legs?
Legged.
Oh, this one was for mature audiences, and so we stopped in the middle of it. It was like pop songs being sung by obviously the cruise ship crew members, and it looked like it was good. I mean, I think like if you didn't have kids, you could go watch it. Obviously, we had kids. It said mature audiences, and so we didn't bring our kids. We just stopped in and then walked out.
It's running out. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done. It's about what you're doing.
Okay, what'd you think about Pixels?
Oh, that one was really cool. It's at the, what is it called? The 270?
Yeah, Cafe 270, which is like on the opposite side of the Royal Theater.
Is that
And
the
what
back
did
of
it
the
have
boat?
on the wall? You remember? The 6 monitors?
Windows?
No, the 6 monitors.
Oh yeah, it had 6 monitors, and they put like the title of the show there, and then they also put like robots there.
They're not robots. They're literally like 6 monitors that like
But they
kind of
move.
Yeah, they're animatronics. I think that's what they're called, with arms, and then they change colors and stuff, and people are singing, and there's people coming out like Cirque du Soleil style, like doing cool moves. I mean, from a storyline perspective, it was kind of all over the place, but then like it was just really cool.
Yeah.
I guess they made it work. What did you think about the seating in Cafe 270, or
It was good
the seats were good?
at Cafe 270.
Yeah, yeah.
They were interesting. Like there was
sofas.
Yeah, there were sofas everywhere. There were benches, like kind of
Yeah.
like bleachers.
Yeah, you might want to get there early so you have good seats.
But we got good seats.
We got good seats, but I can see like if you were sitting in the back and you couldn't see the people on the floor. It was really weird where like it was like a concave, not concave. I don't even know what it's called, but like you have the performers and then you are sitting in these chairs. But if you are obviously short like her, then you can't see if you're sitting on a sofa that's like deep. So that's as easy enough that I can explain it. I'll show you guys in video what that looks like, but I would recommend getting there early if you guys really want to see that show. Okay, let's talk about ice cream.
Oh, so they had ice cream open, like, I would say
Soft serve.
soft serve ice cream for like every day at like 2 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. We got it when we were getting ice cream, and there's mix, vanilla, and chocolate.
Yep, and then there's actually people serving it to you, so you don't have to worry about like germs or anything like that in this COVID era. Okay, let's talk about indoor and outdoor swimming. So, what do you think about the indoor?
It was really fun. They didn't have as much like kid area, I guess, like small slides as
Yeah, they did.
no, not in the
Outdoor. Oh yeah.
outdoor did, but outdoor wasn't even open for half the time.
Yeah, that's true. So like indoor, the water is about 4 feet deep, and they do have life jackets there. Okay, so they do have life jackets, but it is 4 feet deep, and there's like this waiting area, kind of, if you will, but it's like so you can walk in slowly into the pool. It's pretty small, if I'm being honest. There's a bar there. There's life guards there. Life jackets are actually outside.
You're not even allowed to jump in.
You're not even allowed to jump in, but it's pretty small, and so that's the main pool that you'll be on the cruise ship, because other days it's cold. When we got to Victoria was when generally like the outdoor swim area was open. What did the outdoor swim area have?
A kid play place. It was so cold.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. The water is heated, by the way, outside, but it is cold outside, and they have like this little swirly walkie thing, but you have to be a certain height to go on, and so it's not really like for kids under the age of like 4. And then they also have slides that are there that are for the kids ages 4 and under. So it's really weird. It's like one area where it's like there's a starfish thing that has to be for older kids, but then this other side where you have to be small in order to like
It was
go on
all
the slide.
heated.
Yeah, it was all heated, which is great, especially when you're in Victoria, but it's generally not open like when you're in Juneau or in Ketchikan or Skagway. And then they also have a bigger pool that's out there. And let's talk about the hot tubs. We didn't even talk about the hot tubs in both the indoor and
yeah.
outdoor area.
The hot tubs are pretty nice. It seemed like one hot tub was hotter than the other one.
Really?
Yeah, like one, you told me like one was warmer and then one was like really, really hot.
Yeah, maybe it was a perception thing. But there's 2 hot tubs in the indoor one and then 2 hot tubs on the outdoor one. And the outdoor one's actually generally open. Talk about also the adult area called the Solarium. She obviously didn't get to go in. I mean, she got to go in to go get coffee at the Solarium Bistro, but it was huge. I didn't go or hang out very much at all. I like maybe needed an hour away
There
from...
was someone like dead asleep there. I mean, it's like really quiet though.
So it is really quiet. So if you need away time from the kids, it is a really great place. And they have big like lounge chairs that you can sleep on. Like there are so many people sleeping in the solarium versus like anywhere else on the ship, which is kind of hysterical. But the pools there are amazing. If I didn't have kids, I'd be going in there a lot. So, but I have kids. Talk about Adventure Ocean. So for my 11 and 10-year-old, what did you guys think?
Wasn't that fun?
It wasn't that fun for them. So I know they also have teen areas that are for like I think 12 and above, and it seemed really empty there as well. So
It wasn't as fun as the Disney one.
yeah. So I would say if you're planning on dropping your kids off at Adventure Ocean, plan on not doing that because our kids didn't have fun. My 5-year-old had a blast, and my 7-year-old didn't like it either. So my 5-year-old enjoyed it. She got little hats and like little scarves that she made and colored, but she likes coloring and that type of stuff. But my older kids definitely did not like it. If you are worried about that and want to be able to drop your kids off to have fun, I'd recommend looking at the Disney Wonder for Alaska. That will be really, really important. So Disney Wonder in Alaska would be better. Let's talk about comparing Symphony of the Seas versus Ovation of the Seas. Ainsley, I know that they have different itinerary. One goes to the Caribbean and one goes to Alaska. But let's just compare, just in case someone has questions around
Okay,
the
we're
differences between
comparing the cruise ships.
Yeah, the cruise ships. Let's
Not
talk about the cruise ships. I know this is a really bad comparison, but I'm going to do it anyway because someone's going to have a question on this. What is the difference between Symphony of the Seas and Ovation of the Seas, right? Ovation of the Seas is a lot smaller. Ansley, what did you think about in terms of comparing like the activities on Symphony of the Seas versus Ovation of the Seas for kids?
Okay, we're talking about the activities, not like the size of the ships. I think Symphony of the Seas activities were better than Ovation because Symphony of the Seas had a slide. A really big slide.
It's called the Abyss. And then they also have like, what is it where you zip line?
Yes. We didn't do that though.
You didn't do that because you weren't old enough at the time.
Oh yeah.
But Symphony of the Seas obviously has more amenities. They had ice cream. They had like parades on that ship. None of that existed on our ship. And if you guys want more information about Symphony of the Seas, I'll go ahead and link to a video on that as well. But again, you guys, it's completely different itineraries. But if you're like thinking about going on a smaller ship versus a larger ship, the larger ship definitely has more amenities, and the kids I think had a little bit more fun. There was even like a carousel.
Oh yeah.
Right? Carousel and all sorts of
And
stuff.
face painting.
And face painting and laser. But they didn't have bumper cars at all.
Yeah.
Or skydiving. I don't think they had skydiving.
Yeah, they didn't have that either.
So, I mean, it's one or the other, you know. But overall, Ovation of the Seas was great. Would I recommend it for families with kids? I would say yeah, but just set your expectations
Like
a little
it's
bit
more
lower.
like scenic, and a symphony is like more like kiddie, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like
If you're looking for like entertainment on the ship, obviously a bigger ship would be better. But if you're looking for like, hey, an itinerary that you can go to with kids, I mean, this is great. But if you want to pay extra for more activities on the ship, I would recommend doing Disney. But Disney is like literally 3 times as much as, probably 4 times as much as like Royal Caribbean. We have a Disney Wish trip, which is the newest ship that's coming up soon. And so I just, I know what the prices are, and I know what I paid for our Disney trip on the Disney Dream, and it's quite expensive. So if you're trying to save money, just know that there are some drawbacks around like going on the Ovation of the Seas, especially
be
with
so
kids.
fun.
But overall, I would recommend it for my family. I mean, we had a blast. We kind of made up for it with the excursions, right? We had a ton of fun.
yeah, the whale watching was definitely the best excursion.
So we'll go ahead and do a video on that coming up. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment below. She or I will be happy to respond to you guys. And if you guys want more tips and tricks like this, go ahead and subscribe to our channel.
We talk a lot about family vacations, tips and tricks on how to save money, and just more like vacations stuff.
All right, guys. I think you get the drill. So if you have any questions, subscribe, like, do all the things. Thanks, guys. Bye.